Good morning. What's up, guys? It's Thursday. I guess it's March 26th, so it's only the day after I recorded my first video back yesterday. I know, like I said in the video yesterday, this is probably not going to be a daily thing, but I'm just going to, if I feel like talking, I'm just going to take advantage of it. So yesterday was a good day. Finished the day around 2,800 calories. So I'm on target to just maintain for a while. And I did a bunch of searching online for upcoming physique contests in the area, in the kind of South Florida area. And there's a bunch coming up, a bunch that I'm not going to be ready for. But there's the Atlantic Coast Championships that I did in 2024, that is happening again in late November of this year. So I think I would like to do that. And then there's another show, I think in Boca Raton, Florida, which is right around the corner here, 4 weeks prior to that. And then yet another competition, I think in Port St. Lucie, 3 weeks prior to that. So since this whole process, if you're going to actually go through the trouble of getting lean and staying lean for a while, like leaner than you would otherwise be walking around, it makes sense to try and hit several contests instead of just preparing for one and done. Just more opportunity to get it right, more practice, better photos, and just all that stuff. You may as well just have fun with it while you're suffering for that period of time than just preparing for one contest and then it's over and then that's it. You want to have more of a competitive season than just one competition. So anyway, I'm thinking about doing that. So then I spent a lot of brain power yesterday thinking all right, well, if I have to be ready by this date, then I have to, and I'm at this body fat right now, and I have to be at this body fat then, or would like to be near or around this body weight / body fat percentage by that competition. I need to allot myself so many weeks, and do I want to do that part of the diet all in one shot, or do I want to break it up and, maybe diet for 8 or 9 weeks, take a month break or a 6-week break, and then diet for another 12 weeks or whatever it is? Because I would like to get down. I know I said 5% body fat or something in yesterday's video, but I would like to touch 6% on a DEXA. I know DEXA is not the be all end all. I know even just body fat percentage is not the be all end all. What's important is how you look. Combination of being lean, but also looking full and muscular and not looking stringy and flat. So I get it. I know that DEXA is not the be all end all. It's just that for me, the DEXA is just the only way I have to really quantify where I'm at, and I'm a numbers guy. So it just excites me to give me a number to shoot for so I can try and beat it. That's the importance of the DEXA for me. And in a weird way, it's almost more important than the actual competition itself, because I can't control what other people look like, and I don't think I'm going to waltz into any competition and win it. But it just provides a firm deadline, and then the DEXA scan backs that up by giving me a quantifiable goal to shoot for, a number that I could hit that would, so I could compare efforts from previous DEXAs and previous diet phases. So anywho, that's where my mind is right now. I am thinking about signing up for a bunch of competitions just to give me an excuse to try and get especially lean. And I was thinking more about it yesterday, and not to be obsessive about trying to get leaner and my dieting and all, but I'm 54, or gonna be 54 years old in a month here, and I guess it's one of the things that I can still like set an all-time, lifetime PR in. I think that's why I'm so interested in this aspect of like bodybuilding right now, is because, you know, let's face it, unless I start using some performance enhancing drugs, I am not going to like shatter any all-time strength records. I do not want to be like as heavy as I was when I was younger, and I'm not going to be able to carry quite as much muscle as I did when I was younger because I'm just a lot older, drug-free, and that's just not happening. So there's only really a couple areas of physical preparation, if you want to call it, that I could still excel at and set lifetime PRs in. One of which is body composition. And it's also exciting because you get to see what you look like super lean, and who doesn't want to be like ripped? You know, you just have to do it slowly so you don't end up looking flat or stringy and you just look worse. But anyway, there's only two areas. One is body composition, and the other is like endurance, some type of endurance activity. And I just never enjoyed like endurance training, and it was always counter to the goals that I had of wanting to be bigger and stronger, and whether it was throwing shot put or discus or football or you know, bodybuilding, or you know, any of the other things I involved myself in, always revolved around the weight room and getting bigger and stronger. I just never cared how quickly I ran a mile or or anything. It just, who cares? Not that I haven't tested my willpower in endurance type events in the past, like one-off things. Like I did David Goggins 4x4x48 challenge with a 50-pound weight vest once, and I signed up for a marathon also inspired by David Goggins, and just went literally from the couch to completing a marathon with a 20-pound weight vest. That's a whole nother story. But so I've tested myself more mentally to see if I could actually finish it, not like physically prepare for the event to expect to be successful at it. But nevertheless, it's something I think about, but I don't know, I just don't think I would enjoy the endurance training, so I don't care to. So that really just leaves body composition for me as a way to strive to hit like lifetime bests. So that's what I intend to do this year, later this year, is hit a new lifetime best body composition. So trying to touch 6%. It's a big difference from 8% that I've done before to 6%. So obviously it's a huge difference from 10.5% where I am now all the way down to 6%. It's a big difference. So I kind of estimated it. If my average weekly weight was roughly 198 before allowing myself to fill out a little bit and then test my body fat this time around, I'm going to have to get down to an average body weight when I'm consistently averaging 185, I think. It doesn't sound like a lot, but to average 185, I think I'll be right around touching 6%. That accounts for kind of like worst case scenario, like losing a couple pounds of muscle in the process of losing that fat. That's a lot. It doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a lot because you want to do it slowly over time. Maybe the first 7 or so pounds will come off a little bit faster. Like maybe I could get away with losing upwards of a pound per week. But then I still have 6 more pounds to lose, and those are the toughest 6 pounds. And it's not just 6 any old pounds. It's not 6 pounds of a combination of water and maybe a little bit of muscle tissue. Like I want that 6 pounds to be pure body fat if I could. And since it's the hardest 6 pounds, and it's the 6 pounds that I'm risking more muscle loss to try and achieve that loss, you have to do it slower. I'm going to have to plan for something, probably a maximum of a half of a pound per week. So 6 pounds, that's already 12 weeks of dieting. So it's 7 weeks of dieting, possibly, for the first 7 pounds, and 12 more weeks of dieting for the last 6 pounds. So you're already at another 19 weeks of dieting. It's like people underestimate. They overestimate how lean they are, and they underestimate how long it's going to take to get down to a real, like, especially lean condition. So that's where my mind is right now. That's what I'm planning, or that's the direction I'm going in. I don't know how I'm going to do that, whether I'm going to do all 3 contests, maybe just 2, but definitely going to continue with this diet break that I just started. I mean, I'm only like a week in. I'm going to at least do this for another 5 weeks or so, but it might be longer than that, because I'm thinking I should stay on this diet break until I am ready. I feel real ready to enter another diet phase. And then, like I said, maybe lose 7 pounds, take another diet break, and then do what, and get really within striking distance, so I feel real comfortable heading into that final diet phase. So finish this diet break, go into a diet phase, take another diet break, go into the final diet phase, and compete. So I am here. Today is no clients. I have an upper body push day. Every Thursday is an upper body push day. So I have incline bench. I lowered my volume, but I have incline bench, close grip bench, pec fly. I think I skipped pec fly. I think I'm doing something different. It's at least incline bench, close grip bench, and side raises. I know I have another exercise in there somewhere. I switched things up recently, but it's at least that. But incline bench is the main thing. And then go home, have my shake, gather my food, boom, and then I have 18 holes of golf later today. I'm going to be around 2,800 calories again today. I am continuing to deflate from my back-to-back, basically, cheat days. One was just a high-carb day leading up to my DEXA scan, and then the day of the DEXA scan was just an outright, cheat day that I hadn't had in ages. So my low body weight before carbing up for the DEXA scan that day was 196.4, something like that. And this morning I was 2.2. So my body weight is still 5-point-something pounds elevated above one of my lower diet days, simply because of one cheat day and one high carb day. That's how drawn out I guess I was. So, but I feel good, ready to attack this workout, and I'm going to stop babbling. I'll talk to you soon.